What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's always a huge thanks for coming back. So this week we are jumping back onto the crew cab OBS, and we're gonna do a few things that have been kind of bothering me with this truck. And basically, over the last few days, we've been getting a lot of rain, and the windshield wipers on that truck suck. Plus, we don't have any windshield wiper fluid on it. And today we're gonna try and fix all of that. Plus, we have some LED lights that we're gonna be trying on it. So we got some Auxito LED lights with some of their ballast. So I'm excited about that. We've got a new windshield wiper fluid reservoir, as well as the pump, and this also doubles as the overflow tank for the radiator. Now, along with that, we have all new hoses, because all the hoses going to the little spray nozzles are cracked and broken and they don't work. And we're going to be taking the arms off and giving them a new coat of paint, because as you can see, they're pretty faded. Plus, I'm going to see if I can fix this arm, because I don't know if you can tell, this one sits further up than the other one, and it bothers the crap out of me. And the final upgrade that I'm doing is one that I actually just found out like last night when I was going through Facebook. And basically, these trucks, they use 18-inch windshield wiper blades. And while I was scrolling through Facebook, I saw a post where someone was using 20-inch blades, saying that there was an upgrade for them. And I was like, really? I was like, that'd be pretty cool, because obviously 18-inch is pretty small. And now, because pretty much the first thing that's going to happen is we're going to lose the light, we're going to go ahead and actually replace one of the light bulbs on this thing. Probably this side, because it's gonna be pretty easy with the windshield wiper fluid reservoir out of the way. So you know what? Let's jump right into that. Okay, so like I said, the first thing we're gonna do is take off this reservoir, and it should be pretty easy. You just gotta move this the jack handle deal out of the way, and then mine only has a man, that's probably like a 10 mil, actually 7/16, and it's kind of chilly today. We're supposed to get snow these next 3 days, but it's just been rain. I can't complain about it. I don't mind the rain. I went ahead and took this hose out because it was already kind of cracked on that other side. We're going to go ahead and unplug the overflow. There we go. And thing just pulls out like that. Oh, we got a little connection. I got a little pig to get the connector off. Alrighty. Okay, and just like that, we got the reservoir out. And remember, to do just the headlight, you can do it with the reservoir in. I'm taking it out because I was going to take it out anyways, and it's going to make it much easier to get to that light bulb right there. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, with everything out of the way, we're going to go ahead, take that light bulb out, and replace it with the new one, wait for it to get dark, and we'll test that out. In the meantime, we're going to move along replacing this hose, because as you can see, it's all cracked. So that should be fun. I think we're going to have to end up removing that cowl piece. So yeah, so these things remove pretty easy. It's just a twist. So it's like a, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's all it is. And as you can see, mine's taped, because I found out that with most of these aftermarket LED connectors, they're always loose on the OBS harness. So I always tape them up a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that tape off, remove this light bulb, and I'll show you the new ones. So let me show you the Auxito headlights. So these bow slot headlights. Now these Auxitos have some pretty big claims. So these are 907 HB5. And so they claim that it's, where's the lumens? So they are 6,000 K. So they're, I believe, bright white is what that is. They come with gloves. So yeah. Okay, I don't know where I saw it, but I saw a claim for like 20,000 lumens, which is crazy, and I don't know if I really believe it. But these things look pretty stout. Like, these are some big boys. And I believe they have an internal fan right there, or I don't know what they use for cooling, but like, let me show you the difference. Okay, so these are the bow slots or boss slots that I had in the truck before, and these are the Auxitos. So Just the body itself, it's a big difference. But I mean, the body doesn't really mean much, you know, other than maybe you can cool better or something like that. But like, it is a big difference. So I guess we'll see if it's any better. I'm excited to try it out. I'm always excited to try out stuff like this. So we will definitely see how it goes. One thing to point out that I really like about these bulbs that I just noticed is that they have this color, whatever, this flange, I guess, built in to the light bulb, which this is pretty much what positions the light bulb in the housing. On these other ones, it's like separate, and I believe that it's this way probably to just make one light bulb, and then you make several different little colors, sockets, whatever that fit different trucks. But like I said, with this one, it's one solid piece, which I actually really appreciate that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop these in the truck. It's basically the exact opposite of taking them out. We'll plug in the ballastas. I'll show you those in a bit. And yeah, oh yeah, there's the fan. It is an internal fan. You can see it right there. Cool. But yeah, again, it's an aluminum housing as well, so they should be, if nothing else, pretty durable. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop them in the housing, and we'll wait for it to get darker and we'll test them out. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and take a look at these ballastas. I believe that's what they're called. These actually feel pretty heavy duty. I'm not even gonna try and pretend that I know what these do, but I believe they just supply the light bulb with the correct amount of power that it needs. And one thing that I do know is that these things get freaking hot. As you can see, it has one mounting hole right there. You basically want to mount this to like a sheet metal. You don't want to mount this to plastic or anything like that because you could actually melt it, from what I've known. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and plug this in, find a good place to mount it, and I will show you once that's done. It's pretty simple. It's just plug and play. Okay, so I've got this thing in place, and it'd be nice if they sent you the self-tapper that's supposed to go to this thing, but they don't. And the ones that I have aren't small enough for it. So down the road, I'll get probably like an actual nut and bolt and use one of my rib nuts to secure it in place right there. But for now, we've got some welding wire on it, so it'll hold right there. It's out of the way of anything plastic that it can melt, so it should be good. So we're gonna go ahead and test them out. Well, they work. So that's the new one. That's the Bolsla. So right now it looks like it's shining up a lot more than the other one, but I didn't test it out before I moved the other one. Color wise, in person this one looks wider. This was a little bit bluer. This one has a really bright hot spot right there, and this is a little more spread out. But again, we'll do a road test here later on. For now, they work. I know I'm gonna get bullied on for this because I live in Arizona, but it's actually getting kind of chilly today. Like, it's not like super cold. I'm just in a sweater, but like my ears are getting cold. Oh, and by the way, go check out First Class OBS. Super cool dude. I've mentioned him before in the past. He's got some super nice hoodies, shirts, hats, and he's got a really cool Instagram page and a YouTube channel. So go check him out. First Class OBS. Also, talking about shirts and stuff, I don't think I've mentioned it yet on the channel, but we now have t-shirts and stickers on the website. I know that a lot of you guys have been asking about it. So yeah, go check out the website. You can get a t-shirt, stickers, all the regular stuff. So yeah. Okay guys, so as you can tell, it's dark. And I've been kind of testing out the lights, and the new lights I think are actually brighter. And let me show you why I think that is. So this is the driver's side, the one that I put on. And that's me covering it. You can already see how much brighter it is. I'm gonna cover the passenger side. So I think it's definitely brighter. Like I said, it's pretty hard to tell, but other than the fact that they need to be aligned, definitely like it. We also gotta test out the brights, so. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but they're definitely bright. I also want to show you the fog lights. I don't know if I've ever shown a good video of it, but this is no fog lights, and that's with the fog lights. So they definitely give you a huge improvement on your side viewing angles. I really love them. And those, if you haven't seen the video, they're the ones on my 2017 Plus bumper. They're the Oxybeam fog lights that they sent me to test out with their switch panel. Really can't see anything, huh? Let's see if we can fix that. Nah, it's way too dark. But she's looking good. Anyways, I'm gonna head back home before someone calls the cops on me. And this is kind of just a nice driving video. Again, like I said, they're pretty bright. Although I don't know if I read it right or not. They might have just said like 2,000 lumens or something like that, but I don't think it's 20,000 lumens. But they're bright. Again, that's the brights. So I like them. I'm gonna throw the other set on the other side and see how everything looks together. Okay, guys. So I don't have windshield wipers, so the windshield is pretty bad right now, and it's obviously raining. But I've got both bulbs in, and it definitely makes a difference. They're actually brighter. I wish I had my windshield wipers done to really show you the difference, but it's definitely big. I think I'm gonna keep these ones. Also, here's a quick just driving video so you guys can see what they look like. Again, it's not the best of nights because it's kind of rainy, but they definitely look good. I'm happy with them. Okay, the next thing we got to do is take off these arms, and it's actually pretty easy. At least I believe it is. I was watching a YouTube video from Minute Masters. Super cool dude, has a lot of great helpful info on the OBS truck, so definitely go check him out too. Again, Minute Masters, super cool dude. But you basically just lift this up, you take a flathead, take it on this little tab, and pull it out like that, and it actually locks it in place, which I didn't know you could do. But after that, you just pull it out, and there we go. That's all it takes. I know that I've told you guys that I was painting the alarms, but I was painting them and it took forever to dry, and I actually grabbed them before they were fully dry this morning, and I completely messed up the paint, and I was like, you know what, let's just get some new arms. And they had them in stock at my local AutoZone, so I just picked up a new set, so we'll go with this now. So anyways, it should be pretty easy, famous last words, to replace this stuff. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that we got to take off the cowl, and that should be pretty easy. I think we've got 3 bolts, screws on the front of this thing. One right there at the corner. I think there's one in the middle, and then one on the other side. And then there's going to be 5 on top. So each one of these little holes has a screw that you got to take off. So I'm going to go ahead, take those all out, and then we'll see what's underneath it. Okay, so I've got, I believe, all of it loose, so now I just gotta figure out how it actually comes out of here. Oh, we gotta take this one out too, and this one. Okay, let's see if that does it now. Okay, yeah, that seems like it's loose. Okay, so once you make sure they have all of the bolts out, so like I said, it's 5 on top, each one of these little holes, and then I think it's gonna be both of those 2 straps that hold the AC line and the wires. This one right here, not this one. This one at the very edge. Another one right next to that one. And then one right at that very edge over there. So once you have all of that out, you want to come back over here and kind of just Actually, over here, pull it towards the hood, and then all you gotta do is kind of lift it up and away from the windshield. So I know that I'm not doing the best job showing you this, but it's not that hard. You really just need both hands and kind of just play with it and wiggle it out. Okay, so I'm gonna try and show you right here. You have a little like lip. Maybe you can see it right there. We gotta get that over this molding. So I've got a little scraper that I'm using to pry this. Probably an actual body panel tool would work better for this, but I'm too lazy to go grab it. Okay, so we've got a little pry bar. And there we go. I don't know if I even caught that, but it should come out now. Okay, so this is one of those things that you need both hands. It's not necessarily hard, it's just awkward. Okay guys, so update. Not sure where I left off, but I decided to keep the cowl on because it was honestly a pain in the butt to take this off. And I know that you can take it off with the hood on, but if you do that and you care about your paint, I would definitely mask this area up real good because you can see I was starting to scratch it a little bit. So I decided to just stop because you can actually just lift this up and get to the back of the nozzles. Now, what happened to me is that I actually cracked the stock nozzles that came with the truck because they were all dry and stuff. So I purchased these ones. Now, I heard that these things aren't the best. Even the guy at AutoZone told me that they were not that great, but they didn't have the stock ones in stock. And I want to finish this video tonight, but I did order them. But I also bought these ones just to try them out, just in case they are at least decent. But if not, just to finish the video and show you guys, because I got to post this. I got to edit this tonight and post it tomorrow, so I didn't have time. But anyways, we've got those in. We have them all plumbed in with this new hose and some tees, so that should all work pretty good. And I actually bought 2 sets, but these ones didn't work. They were too small. It's essentially just a fitting that goes to the spray nozzle, and it comes with a little gasket. And on the other side, you have a little nut like that. Basically just screws in to this part of the fitting. Once you have it where you like it on the hood, you tighten it down, you put the hose on this bar bend, and you're pretty much good to go. But like I said, and then I got this hose for it too, which is 5/32 ID, and then it's 6 feet of it. I bought 2 of those to go from where the reservoir will be to the first one, and then all the way to the other one. I needed 2. But yeah, basically with that and mostly done-ish, we're going to move over here and install the new reservoir. I would definitely say that what I did, it's kind of unnecessary, I guess. Because like I said, the stock nozzles were still spraying. The problem was down below over here. I just kind of figured that the whole thing was going to be dry rotted like it was on this side, which it wasn't, which is kind of weird. Because like I said, on this side it was super brittle. Like you bent it a little bit and it would crack. But on that end, it was still nice and flexible, and the nozzles were still working. So I think I did a little bit more than I needed to do. I think if I would have just gone far enough, all the way up to like the edge right there where the other hose came down and just spliced into it, I think we would have been fine. But like I said, I already got this far. Hopefully those nozzles will work at least decently. If not, like I said, I've got another like an original set ordered, and those should be here in like 2 days, I think. So if they don't work, I'll come back and do all this work again to replace them, which is kind of a pain. But anyways, I'm gonna move on to install this other deal. Okay, so we've got the new reservoir ready to go, and it was pretty simple. I actually thought I was recording, but I wasn't. But basically what I gotta do is I got my new pump, and you want to go ahead and put this graphite lubricant, powdered, so dry, around the seal, and then just insert it in there until it bottoms out on this other side. And then it comes with this little ring that you also got to install in there, It's basically just a retainer ring so it doesn't pop out. And that's it, pretty much done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this over to the truck and install it. For the bottom of the reservoir, what I did is I took the hose from the old reservoir, installed it on this one. This is for the overflow. And then for the actual windshield wiper, what I'm doing is I took the little elbow off of the old one, installed it in the where it's supposed to go, and then I took one of these reducers, installed it in there, and now this hose should be able to just go in there, kind of like this, hopefully. There we go. Okay, then we're gonna plug in the new pump. Okay, that's in there good. So we're gonna plug in the overflow to the radiator. That's in there. Now, there we go. And now just install this nut back and we're good. Okay, so now with this thing where it's supposed to go, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of fluid just to test it out. Okay, so far nothing's leaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and test it out. So it's definitely spraying, but I see what they mean. The pattern is horrible. Like it sprays way down there. And I bet you once I get that cowl in place, it's gonna be even worse. Okay, so I got this thing back where it's supposed to be, more or less. And yeah, this thing is pathetic. It basically sprays right there. So, like I said, I already ordered the other one, so at least I'll have that for tomorrow or whenever I get a chance to do that. But for now, I guess this is what I'm stuck with. So I guess to finish this out, what we're going to do is install the new windshield wipers. So now, like I said, the other part of this video was to try out these new 20-inch blades instead of the 18s that our trucks are supposed to use. And then I went with the Bosch Focus, which I was told that these are pretty good. So I'm pretty excited to try them out. Now, as you can see, these are a little bit longer. I'm pretty excited. Hopefully these things work pretty good. And I figured that while these were out of the truck, would be the perfect time to install them on the new arms. Okay, so that's actually pretty easy to install. So these things come in, I guess they're tensioned position, and you gotta put them back in the kind of the way you took the other ones out. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw that, but this thing was basically, I guess, too far up. This is kind of like the mechanism that locks the blade, and it was barely catching on that little stop. So what I did is I kind of banged this in a little bit. That way it doesn't let this little lock slide up, and it actually catches on the blade right there. Okay, so as far as the install goes, I'm placing these things basically right above this black line. So that's kind of the way that it is on the single cab. And there we go. And if nothing else, at least they look good. I'm happy with that. But of course, let's go ahead and test them out. All right. So as far as upgrade goes, the longer windshield wipers and the arms, huge plus. It definitely covers a lot more of the windshield than it did before. So I'm pretty happy with that. And the new blades clean really, really well. Obviously, as you can see, the spray pattern on the new nozzles, like I said, really sucks. It's basically hitting right there. So those definitely got to go. And like I said, I feel kind of dumb because I really don't think that I needed to go that far. But you know, we were already in there. But yeah. So like I said, the windshield wipers, the longer 20-inch. I don't think 21-inch would work, but maybe I'm missing something. But the 20-inch blades definitely a huge plus. And again, hopefully at least you learned that in this video. It was kind of a all over the place video for me. And like I said, I ended up doing more work than I think I needed to. But at the end, I am at least happy with the blades, which is kind of like what this was all about. And tomorrow or the day after, when the new nozzles come in, I'll go ahead and swap them out. I already know how to do it. It's pretty easy, so it shouldn't take that long. But yeah, super happy with it. Also with the new light bulbs, like I said, those things are super bright, super nice. Really like them. And so far on this truck, they've been the best light bulbs that I've had. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, if you at least learned something, leave a like, leave any comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.